What is going on, everyone? My name is Ryan Prentice of Ryan the Crypto Guy, and this is my boy Nestor Sanchez,
Yo, what's up, guys?
and we are the Master Nodes. Thank you guys for tapping into today's podcast. We are switching it a bit up today. Over these next couple episodes, we are going to be recording live from a podcast studio here in LA. Shout out to Pirate Studios for allowing us to use the recording studios. Um, they're actually pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think about them, Nestor?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a nice space to record. If you are into podcasting, then you could definitely check them out.
Yes, most definitely. They do podcasting, studio time, DJ booths, recording sessions. You want it, they got it 24 hours a day, which is pretty interesting. So today we're going to be talking about crypto gaming. Make sure you guys stay to the end to hear about some more additional resources that we have in the works for you guys, but also give us a follow at Ryan the Crypto Guy, and Nestor's is at The Bag Chaser. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start today's crypto gaming podcast. Nestor, take it away.
So, yeah, crypto is not just finances, it's not just transacting money from one person to another. A lot of people come into this space and think that Bitcoin is the same as Ethereum, is the same as Uniswap, is the same as all these other cryptocurrencies, when in reality, they all kind of do different things. Now, crypto gaming is just a sector within cryptocurrency. What is it? Well, we're here to let you guys know about that now. With the development of blockchain technology, we all know that changes come, and this is just one change that is happening within the gaming space. Now, video games, they're obviously no exception to growing and getting better. And how can crypto be integrated into gaming? Well, with traditional video games, they're a lot centralized, right? You're playing with Ubisoft or Activision or all these other ones that are basically the ones who create it. They create the software, they own everything. If you want to buy a skin, well, you're going to have to buy it directly through them, right? So with cryptocurrency, it's decentralized, as we all know. And you can really utilize the blockchain to not just buy from the people who created it, but also buy from individuals, right? Me and Ryan can trade skins with blockchain technology directly from me to him. We could also utilize the resources that we have to mine cryptocurrencies within that game. So, a crypto game is basically a video game that includes elements such as cryptography based technology like blockchain, and it also integrates things like NFTs, which are non fungible tokens. This basically means that they're not tokens that can be exchanged one to one, such as, a skin, right? Fortnite skin that is super crazy, like the Galaxy skin, is not going to be worth the same as a default skin. So it's not like you could just trade that one to one. That's what we're thinking about with these NFTs. You can't just trade them one and one. You can't just exchange them normally. So you have to set your own price. The Galaxy skin may be worth a little bit more to someone else than another person. So you get to set the price. You get to exchange it within that game, and this is what makes it so revolutionary.
So who's exactly playing these games, right? Because gaming industry is huge, right? And so with that, there is a lot of people that are actively participating in different types of games, different types of um, you know challenges or new changes out there, because the standard gaming industry is dying out. A lot of people aren't as interested in it anymore, so what they're trying to do is they're really trying to say, okay, what can we do now to get more people back into gaming, to get more things out there that people would be interested in. And so what we actually found out was that there's a lot of millennials that play these video games, right? 38% of crypto gamers range from 21 to 38 years old. That would mean out of all the millennials that own crypto, 55% have tried crypto games and are cryptocurrency gamers. So the most popular place for crypto games is actually in Asia, which is around 22.6 million players. And in North America, which runs the lowest, we're at 3.3 million players. So 22.6 versus 3.3 million players, like that's a huge difference, right? There's there's clearly a dominance in crypto gaming within the Asian Pacific. So crypto gaming actually attracts not just people that are into games, but people that also like to make money as well. So during the COVID pandemic, many people actually turned to gaming as a source of income because a lot of people were home and a lot of people were used to being home. So gaming has really revolutionized how people make money as well. There's actually a recent documentary that came out that is titled Play to Earn, which follows three families from the Philippines that were earning income through Axie Infinity, which is a gaming platform, an NFT gaming platform. And their country's economy was hit hard during the pandemic. However, a recent college graduate, cab driver, and an elderly married couple all found hope within the crypto gaming sector. And they actually use crypto gaming in order to make a stable income in their household and to keep their households thriving. So, just a little bit on who's currently playing with these cryptocurrency games. You know, it's not just people interested in crypto, it's people interested in, finding other sources of income and using as much as they can in like the tech industry to like get an advantage in the space, really.
So talking a bit about like the Philippines and how they utilize that money is pretty awesome. You know, with cryptocurrency, it's cool because it's universal, right? So when you're talking about like Ethereum, that's something that they transact in rather than US dollar. And compared to the US dollar, that's a lot of money that they're making, right? They're able to make a lot. I think you even saw one of the statistics, like how much money is running through Axie Infinity on average.
So I was actually looking at Axie's marketplace, and a lot of the Axies were selling for an average of 0.15 Ethereum. 0.15 Ethereum is roughly at the current price around like $300. So with considering that, I mean, it's kind of expensive, but those Axies specifically had like a lot of traits to them. If you want just like a basic NFT that will allow you to gain access into the Axie Infinity land, you can find a lot in there for like $4 or $5, which is pretty interesting, considering that this was once like hundreds of dollars for each Axie. I believe back during the pandemic, we were looking at like $100 per Axie, and that was like the cheapest. And then they were also selling land to Axie Infinity, which was like crazy. Like that, I remember when NFT games first started coming out, people were actually saying like, "Oh well, I'm bought land on this platform, and now my land is worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars." And this was like digital land we're talking about. I remember the digital real estate was like a huge thing during the pandemic because people didn't know how long they were going to be in their homes. So they're like, oh, might as well jump onto this trend right now and see what it does.
Yeah, and what they were saying like 0.15, that's around I think around $300 on the average. So if you're looking to play this game, whenever I play Call of Duty, I've never gotten paid. Have you gotten paid to play Call of Duty, Ryan?
No, I wish I've gotten paid to play Call of Duty, but then again, I also am glad I don't get paid because I am not that good.
So yeah, so there's a lot of new avenues now. Before, in order to get paid as a any video game player, you had to be a streamer with probably at least 1,000 followers. I would say the very least, and you're not making a lot of money. In order to make $300 with Axie Infinity, you can buy an Axie, build it up, sell it. I think you could even crossbreed with other Axies that you have. So there's a lot of cool things that you can utilize now that were never done before, and I think it's all because you're taking out that middleman, right? Because if Axie had control over all of them, then you'd have to sell it to Axie and then they could sell it. And within that transaction, you're losing money. Since everything is peer to peer now, you're actually able to benefit from the fact that the middleman is not there. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, how does this crypto gaming work? Well, you can really just utilize the gaming features that you have. You can use your money, the US dollar or whatever dollar you use, to buy that game item, that Axie, and you could just level it up, right? By playing, by battling against other Axies. Um, and why do crypto gaming? Well, because you can actually make money. It's play to earn rather than pay to play. Ownership gives people incentives, right? So, unlike traditional games, players actually own the items they purchase with their cryptocurrency. So, a player can own, trade, and sell all their in game items to other people peer to peer, and that is basically earning them money. I think there's other ways as well to earn passive income as well. Let's just say you own something, like for example, there are other cryptocurrency games we're going to talk about. You can own like a battleship, right? And within this battleship, Anybody needs a battleship in order to run a mission, but not everybody owns a battleship. So you can rent out this battleship to have other people do missions so that they can play to earn without having to really run those missions yourself, right? It's all about that ownership, and being able to rent out that to other players as well is huge. And with the land as well, you may be able to rent out your land if someone wants to throw an Axie party. Well, guess what? They need land, virtual land, in order to really run that. And a lot of people are always criticizing pay to play, because let's just give an example of like a gaming or a game that a lot of people play, like Clash Royale, right? If you pay for a subscription, you're going to get more gems, you're going to get more coins, which means you're going to be able to level up things faster, so on and so forth, right? So you're really able to pay and play a lot more effectively. But this is a totally different model, because it's play to earn. So you're going to be earning stuff as you go along, as you level up. And you could also kind of skip through that by paying someone else who already earned all those stuff, and really just like jump yourself forward. But like it's a lot cooler, because if you don't want to go through the hassle of running and getting all that XP, you could pay someone who already did it, or you could just earn, and you're able to make money with it. So these are some of the things that are already kind of revolutionizing the space in itself.
All right, so we talked a little bit about this crypto gaming industry, but we wanted to also let you guys know a little bit more about the risks that come or are associated with these crypto games. For example, you may need to have some upfront money to invest and play with these games. In order to start earning and playing Axie Infinity requires you to have at least 3 Axies, which will run you for about an average price of $100 on the low end if you buy some like cheaper Axies. There's also the risk of losing your tokens or NFTs, so you can accidentally send your NFTs to a wallet that does not support them. You could also fall to a scam where hackers steal your NFTs, or you accidentally forget your private keys. Remember, when it comes to NFTs and sending them or receiving them, you want to make sure you know the process in its entirety. You don't want to just kind of like guess or be like, oh, I think I'm doing this the right way. Because if you do it the wrong way and you spend all this money, there's a risk being ran of losing your NFTs or losing your money because you just didn't follow the right procedures. So you guys, if you guys are ever concerned about that, you're more than welcome to either send a message to me or Nestor, and we'll go ahead and answer any questions you have on that to make sure that you guys aren't, messing with your money or accidentally losing your money or your NFTs. Um, Also, depending on your PC, you might need to buy additional hardware to run these games. A lot of PCs nowadays can run these games, especially because the graphics card on them are pretty good, and running these games doesn't put like too much pressure on them or doesn't run them too hard. But eventually, over time, I think that NFT games are really just games in general. Like the gaming industry is going to improve greatly on the graphics cards. Over time, we're seeing that games are getting kind of more advanced as these graphics cards are getting better. And so I feel like there's going to be a point where the games are going to be so advanced that you're going to need to purchase the best graphics card in order to play them, right? So that's just something to think about over time. Another thing is actually you could run the risk of getting hacked. So like the Ronin hack, which is the blockchain behind the Axie Infinity hack. So Axie Infinity has been hacked before, which lost around $600 million in the Ronin cyber attack. So the cyber attack happened due to a flaw in the smart contract for Axie Infinity. Since then, that flaw has been fixed, but these risks do happen. There also are risks to these crypto gaming industry projects. And so you could just kind of want to make sure you do your own research and do the best research that you can whenever investing into projects like this. We're going to hit a few snags along the way. You got to understand this is a new industry. Um, a lot of people are still learning along the way. They're still developing and perfecting all their projects. So I'm not saying like all of them are bad or all of them you shouldn't be investing into, but you want to make sure you're also doing your own research, right? Because you don't want to invest into the wrong one and then you end up being SOL. You want to just make sure that It's a solid project, solid backing, solid teams, and so if you guys ever are concerned about those type of things, like I said, you guys are always welcome to DM us, send us a message, text, email, whatever. We'll go ahead and answer them, any of your questions in any way that we can.
So right now we're gonna go over some popular games. The first one we've been hitting on it a lot, Axie Infinity. So it's like an open-ended kind of digital pet universe. I don't know if you guys have ever had those little toy. What are they called? Tamagotchis.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mix of a Tamagotchi and Pokemons. You can battle your pets, you can upgrade them, you can breed them. So there's a lot of different things you could do. You can go on missions, battle other players, and then they all earn something called AXS, which is its token. And you could also stake that token in order to earn interest. And that's another way that they're making money. So you can go out, earn some AXS, stake it, earn additional AXS, and then put it into an exchange and take it out for real money. So that's how you're able to actually utilize it and make some real money with this. You could also join tournaments to earn real cash prizes, but they're gonna be in DAI, right? Because nobody uses cash in cryptocurrency, at least real fiat.
Well, because cash is trash, so
Exactly. We'd rather use DAI or USDC. These are stable coins that they keep their stable price of $1, but they're still going to be able to be used like cryptocurrencies globally, unstoppable. And the beauty is they stay at $1.
another popular NFT gaming platform that we found was a platform called Decentraland. And so, what Decentraland is a free to play gaming platform, which is created using a DAO. So, the DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. It's essentially a how would you put this? How would you put a DAO?
I would say it's like a decentralized corporate structure.
There we go.
Instead of having like a CEO, the smart contracts and all the rules that you guys apply are going to be the ones that are governing it, while everyone else is kind of collectively making decisions.
Yeah. So essentially, that is what a DAO is. So a DAO is created so users are able to vote on upgrades to land, estate, land auctions, marketplace fees, protocols for the system, and much more. So, for instance, what I like to think of Decentraland as like is Minecraft. It has a very Minecraft feel to it. Even like the characters are kind of like blockish.
It is kind of like Minecraft in a way. They're just a little more realistic NPCs, and then there's like a bunch of different servers. Sometimes you can join concerts, you can join virtual events, stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Interesting. But yeah, so I like to kind of think of it like that. You could trade and buy NFTs on their marketplace. It's made up of 90,000 plots of land. And Mana, which is the token for Decentraland, is considered fully decentralized because the private keys that control the smart contracts have been thrown away. So no one actually gets access to Decentraland smart contracts because no one has access to them. The keys that were used to create the smart contracts were tossed, thrown away, and no one can no longer access the smart contracts to change or alter them. Which, I mean, in a way, you can't necessarily change or alter them to begin with, because once the smart contract is live, it's unchangeable and unalterable. But there is a way to like backdoor it, and because they threw away the private keys for the smart contract, there's no way to even enter any backdoors that possibly could have been created in the process of making the smart contract.
So last but not least, we're gonna hit on another NFT game, another crypto game called Aliens World. It's a NFT card game where you're able to play with NFTs. This Alien World has a native token called Trillium. It's going to be an ERC20 token, which means it's ran on Ethereum's blockchain. Users can also stake their Trillium and transfer value within the game to vote on planet elections. So it's kind of yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? It's an alien world game. So there's a lot of different planets. Some are governed by, people. You're going to have like governors and stuff like that. And within these elections, you can determine council candidates, reward distributions, and a lot more. You can also trade these cards, obviously, because they are NFTs. And you could trade money within different blockchains as well, so they can actually go cross blockchain. I think they have Binance as the other blockchain you're able to use, and you're able to teleport, between these blockchains using teleportation. So that's pretty interesting that they're already integrating other blockchains into these games. So it's not just available for Ethereum users.
All right, well, that kind of wraps up today's podcast. Again, thank you for everyone for tapping in. Thank you for Nestor for being here with me to record this podcast. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you all again for tapping in. Much appreciated as always. Remember to follow us on social media at the Masternodes on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and Threads. Again, that's at the Masternodes. My personal social media is at Rye the Crypto Guy. My boy's Nestor is at the Bag Chaser. Remember to also visit our virtual podcast experience on YouTube, and our visual podcast experience can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and all your other favorite podcast sources. Finally, remember to visit the masternodes.square.site or click on the link in our bios to get a chance to look at our online cryptocurrency course. In this course, you'll learn A through Z on everything you need to know about cryptocurrency in order to develop fully in the space. This is going to be a revolutionary course that we're put out there for you guys, so make sure you guys jump at the opportunity, because I have a feeling that cryptocurrency might be doing very well soon. So you want to make sure you jump on this trend now so that way you guys aren't falling behind.
Yes, we got a little bit more than a feeling. We got a lot of stats and a lot of money coming in. Within that course, you're also going to get access to our Discord. Our Discord is for people who want to make money. So if you do not want to make money, then you don't even have to worry about it. We have a lot of great information in there. We're dropping weekly updates, and we're also giving out news that you definitely need to know. We have a whole FAQ section, so it is stacked with great information that you need to know with cryptocurrency. You could also be a part of our team. Within that, you could just text me or DM me or comment I'm ready, and I'll be able to give you some more information within that structure. But we basically teach you guys how to become digital entrepreneurs and plug you into a great community called I Am Mastery Academy. So we appreciate you guys as always. Have yourselves a great day and try your best to choose kindness.
Yes, thank you everyone for tapping in. Much appreciated as always, and bless up.
Here at the Masternodes, we are not making any claims as to income you may earn. Before entering any agreement, please use caution and seek the advice of a professional advisor, such as attorney or financial advisor.
Please ensure your own research is done before investing any money into the market.